Alright guys, as promised, here is the taking the valve cover off video. So, one of the first things, obviously, this line right here for the throttle. Take that off. I usually tuck it behind there, just to get it out of the way. We're going to take the spark plug wires out, tuck them behind. I usually tuck them behind. For this though, actually, we're gonna put them right over here. Oh shit! There we go. On the intake manifold back there, just like that. Because you're gonna want to have them out of the way, because you have 11 screws, and some of the screws are back here. So you definitely want to make sure that you have that room that you need. And some of this I'm gonna have to actually stop the video, restart the video. For the next two things, it's actually going to be the case. So what we're going to do, and sorry for the sniffing, I have kind of a cold here. We're going to take this clamp off. Actually, I can do it with my fingers, kind of. And then we're just going to pull that tube off right there. Okay. And then the last one is going to be this here. What I'm probably going to do is actually just pull the whole thing out. It's a lot easier than trying to get this off and then just pulling the tube off. It's much easier to just grab the PCV valve, just pull it off. Once you're done with that, that's really everything that's holding the engine, or the valve cover on the block here, except for the screws, obviously, and then you're just able to take it off. I'm going to take the PCV valve off, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so what I did was actually, let me show you the pair of pliers I used. Used a pair of these. That way they can open up nice and wide. Then you just grab the PCV valve. Let me see if I can actually do it. Kind of. You grab it. Nah, that's not gonna work. Alright, anyway, you grab it from the top with the pliers, and then once you get the pliers right here on the top, you just kind of slowly start wiggling it out, and you pull at the same time. And it comes out, fairly easily. You got just a little rubber gasket grommet thing here. That's all that's holding it in. So very easy to get it off. The new one that I got, that I told you guys about, and actually the PCV valve screws in, so it's a little bit different of a system, So that'll be interesting, especially for testing. Because actually I'll get into that in a different video for PCV valve testing. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the screws here, all the way around. There are 11 of them. Once you get those off, you can just pull up on the valve cover, and I'll show you once I get all the screws taken out. Alright guys, all of the screws have been taken out. All of them. Alright. I got the screws with the old one. I brought those as well. Definitely going to save the ones that come off of this valve cover just in case I lose one. Comes in handy, all that good stuff. Now, what you're going to do, after you have all the screws out, you have everything disconnected, you can hold onto this piece here. You can kind of just rock it. There you go. Just pull up on it a little bit and kind of wiggle it back and forth just a little bit, and that sucker will just pop right off like you just saw. And we're going to take it off just like that. Doing it one-handed is not the funnest thing. And itch. Okay. In the other video that I was talking about, I'm gonna kind of show you guys this light colored piece right here. This is what you call the baffle. In order to be able to take these spark plug tube seals out, you have to actually break the baffle. You can kind of drill them out. Oh, sorry, bug. You can kind of drill them out with a Dremel tool, like I was explaining before. But to get them back in, you have to you have to drill the baffle to get them in. I heard a lot of people saying that they shaved the seal down on the outside, and they're able to seal it in that way. Didn't want to take that chance. Didn't want to take the chance of ruining the valve cover either, because then I would have to spend the extra money to get a new one if I couldn't find an old one. So I wasn't interested in replacing something for $200 that I didn't need to. So now that you guys understand what I'm talking about, and these things, man, these are hard. There is no pliability to this whatsoever. It's just they're just effed up, which is why it's leaking into my spark plug tube. And probably can't even. Well, actually, I don't think there's much down there right now, so that's good. But anyway, I'm gonna grab the new valve cover. I've already. Actually, let me grab the new one right now, and I'll show you guys. Oh, yeah, this piece too. This piece. Here, I'll flip this over so you can see where it came from. Alright, so there's a nice little gasket. Looks like this. Kind of hard to see. Let me get a little closer. Like that. You can just see it's all messed up. Like, and if you smack it against something, it's hard as a rock. It's essentially plastic now, based on how hard it is. And I took it off when I pried it off. Let me get it in focus. A piece of the plastic. Well, no, it's not. Piece of the rubber broke off because it was just that hard. We'll definitely not be reusing that bit right here. So, and I do realize that this, the bottom of this is really, really dirty, because you can go like that and you can just scrape the crap off of it. I'm not too worried about it. I don't think it's going to pose any big deal, any big problems. So let's get this thing over to the car. Let's compare. Try to get it away. Alright. Set that down. Let's get an angle like this, maybe. I made sure that all the holes were in the same spots. Made sure the general shape, especially this rounded shape here, was the same over here as well. Oh, here's the piece I was talking about. This one. What the? This one's kind of hard too. Oh, nope. It's getting hard. It's still a little pliable though. This is the piece. And as you can see on this one, you can squeeze it. It's actually starting to feel a little hard though. I just replaced this not too long ago. But before I forget, I'm actually going to drop the valve cover almost. Here, let me I'll set you guys down for a second. Alright, so now that I've got this guy on here, just needed two hands to work it. Alright, so I was looking at this valve cover gasket, and it looks like it's still pretty pliable. This might have been changed not too long ago, so I'm not going to worry about changing that unless I find that it's, really leaking. The one thing though, what's really cool, these screws kind of just stay in place. The other ones you have to take out completely. So, and the valve cover gasket is just a tiny bit different. It's not going to pose an issue. It still covers what it needs to cover.
Tell them what year and model that it was different.
Oh, yeah.
Your model is a...
That's Charlie.
Yeah.
He helps out a lot. He taught me most of everything I know.
Your model's a 97, whatever engine size.
It's a 97 Nissan Sentra. It's the B14 GA16. And the new one, right here, This is from a B13 instead of a B14, still the GA engine, GA16. Now, you want to be careful because you don't want to get the SR20 cover. Those were pretty popular as well. Everything I've looked for online has been the SR20 valve cover, and it will not fit. I can guarantee that it will not fit. So you have to be careful. You want to make sure you get the 1.6, the GA16 valve cover. Like I said before, this is aluminum. This one's plastic. Probably a better quality there as well. So
Plastic one for sale.
yeah, I have a plastic one for sale. The spark plug tube seals aren't good. But if you wanna make that venture, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I will be happy to ship this to you. Well, maybe not. We'll see.
Well, for $10.
Well, yeah,
15.
but yeah, what happens if I need it?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, he'll know in a month or two.
Yep. So, just kidding on that. I might need it. But if you're interested, let me know. I might sell it. Alright, so what I'm doing here, I'm cleaning the little surface area here. There's just a whole bunch of, there's a whole bunch of oil from when I took it off. Just here, like pooled up on the edge here. Just want to make sure that it makes a good seal with the metal here when I put it back in. You'd be surprised how hard it is to keep the camera steady when you're trying to clean something. So sorry about the shakiness here. Alright, make sure you get it all nice and clean, get the oil off of there. And now, we are going to flip this over, just like, well, we're going to set it there for a second because we're going to get this PCV valve out of the way. Just like that. Tuck it behind the cable there. And I'm just going to kind of try to place it on there very gently. So you don't want to push on it in the wrong spot here. All right. So I got it on there. That was actually really easy. I got it on there and just kind of pushed down on its own. And as you can see, it lines up very well. In fact, exactly like that one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put the screws back in. Going to put everything back together. I will definitely, if this starts to leak, I will definitely make another video replacing the spark plug tube seals and the valve cover gasket, all that good stuff. But I have a feeling that I won't need to. So, anyway, after this, just go ahead and screw in your screws. Put the PCV valve back in, which for this one here, let me show you real quick. This one's screwed in. Can't really see the thread, but that one's screwed in. That one's not. So I'll take the tube off of that one, stick it on there. Should be good. Be sure to put that tube back on, put the screws in, put everything back together, and should be good. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.